Yo guys, what is up? That Dad here, and today we have what is hopefully another awesome episode of Empires and Puzzles. So today, I have a lot of, let's go to my inventory. I have a lot of ascension items, built up. So I have 18 hidden blades, 18 sturdy shields, 9 warm capes, which I'm not sure if I'm going to use yet or not. Only 3 trap tools, because I have brought up a lot of purples, 18 orbs of magic, and obviously lots of fine gloves, lots of compasses, all that stuff. So I'm really going to focus on my fire and my nature heroes. So today what we're going to do is we're going to mass ascend some of my heroes that I've been wanting to ascend, and when it comes to leveling them up, I'll do that at some point or another. I just don't think I'm ready. I'm not quite ready to level them up yet, but having them ascended and having that project done will be nice. So we're going to pick a few heroes, and I've been testing them at level 60. All these heroes that I'm going to use at level 60, I've been testing them out on defensive teams at level 60, dropping my cups to test out how they're doing and see which ones I like. So let's start with the fires. So right now, the only 3 fire heroes that I have that are maxed are Bold Tusk, Natalia, and Guardian Falcon. I let my son choose a fire hero. He chose to work on, for me to work on Kelisle, so I'll continue to work on her. But I do have a lot of food storage, as you guys can see, built up in my TC20s. Over 100 days on both of those is what I had up until a second ago. So now I could take up my Natalia up to level 70, but I already have a maxed out Natalia, so I don't think I really need to do that right now. Maybe later on down the road, but now is not that time. I have Lance, so deals 250 damage to the target. The nearby allies in him get another mana regen, which is really nice. I've used Lance on defense, offense. He's fun, but I tend to find in most scenarios that I use Gormick and Scarlet more often. So we're going to start out with Gormick, and we're just going to do 2 fire heroes, and here's why. Even though I have 18 hidden blades, I want to keep 8 of those on hand for in case I get a Mariana, so I can go to my hero storage and start working on her right away. So I already have all her ascension mats ready to go for when I do get a Mariana. So, but let's go ahead and ascend this Gormick. He's a really great hero to have. He's a fire Tibertus, but he comes with an insane amount of HP at 1400, I believe, when he's maxed out. So he comes with an insane amount of HP. And then I really like Scarlet because she does have the fast mana regen. The enemy does lose their attack, and she is really nice to have for special events. So I am really excited to get her maxed out, maybe even more so than Gormick, which is kind of weird, but I do have a Guardian Falcon, and the nice thing is with Guardian Falcon, he can stack with Bold Tusk and Gormick. So that's gonna be a lot of fun when I get Gormick leveled up, and it'll definitely increase my my Titan damage as well, having him higher up. So we are gonna do 1 yellow today, and as you can see, I have a level 60 Chow, but I also have a level 70 Chow. I have a Guardian Jackal, Lizu, and Wukong maxed. So the only other season 1 yellow hero that I need, Holy, is Hu Tao. So we're gonna ascend our Hu Tao. I have lots of orbs, so let's get him ascended and out of the way. And the nice thing about doing this is, as I'm farming and as I get, you know, different color heroes, then I can just put those single colors and work on a bunch of heroes at once, which in the long term does suit you better. It saves you food, stuff like that. Lately, I've just been focusing on building up 1 person at a time, which now I'm going to focus that on with the legendaries. When I get my next legendary that I want to level up, I'll stop focusing on all these ascended heroes that I'm doing right now, and then go back and focus on that legendary. Then I'll go back and focus on these guys. So now for the greens. I have Hansel, who is a lot of fun. I really like Hansel. Caedmon, who's a beast. He's got a decent amount of HP and a good amount of defense. So I do have, and Melindor. So I do have a level 60 Caedmon. Brienne is great for Titans, by the way. my Hork haul. So it's between Little John, Skillet Skull, and Kashrik for my greens. So Skittle Skull, poor goblin, he's just not good. He's just not good. He's not going to get any love. But I do love Kashrik. Kashrik is a lot of fun. He's decent on defense if you're going up against like a red tank that's backed by like a blue or two blues on his flank. Kashrik can come in a lot handy on offense. He's great on defense. He has some incredible stats. So we're going to go ahead and ascend our Kashrik. And there we go, Lizard Man. There you go, dude. You got it. And then for our final ascension today, what we're going to do is our Little John. Actually, I don't need to put those in there. We're going to do our Little John. And yeah, he does have a slow mana regen. But all enemies getting a negative 64% mana regen for 3 turns is super legit. Especially like special quests, like that when you're going up against like the final level. If you got a blue boss, Little John can come in a lot of handy. And he's a lot of fun on defense in the rear as well. So we're definitely going to send our Little John and we'll work on him. So now we go to, okay, who am I going to work on first for what color? And again, we did not ascend a purple hero because my next one, I'm either going to choose Quintus or Rigard, and it's going to be Rigard because, yeah, he's one of the best healers in the game. And poor Quintus, if he did like an attack debuff or an attack buff or a defense buff or remove status ailments from all enemies, Quintus would be so much better. He does deal for someone who hits all enemies, he does deal a lot of damage, and he is nice for Season 2, he's nice for some of the quests, but at level 60, he's just not really strong enough for that, for me right now. But down the line, I will get him to level 70, because he is useful for those occasions, but unless he were to get a buff, he's just not that great. I don't suggest, unless you have a lot of extra resources, not to put too much into Quintus. So when I do my purples, it will be Rigard, and as soon as I get my next trap tool, I'm going to send him right away because he is that good. So as for my fires, I'm going to finish up my Kelile. As for my greens, I'm going to work on Kashrik first because for Alliance Wars, having extra healers is always nice. I love going into Alliance Wars with 2 healers on all my teams. It's a lot of help. So, and then I'll work on Little John, and Skittle Skull I'll eventually ascend, you guys, because I do want to have all my Season 1 heroes eventually ascended, but Skittle Skull, it's going to be put on the afterburner for quite a long time. So I'm going to finish up my Kelile first, and then I'll go to my Scarlet, because like I said, I really like Scarlet. I have a lot of fun with her, and I think that she'll be a great asset to my lineup. And Gormek is a beast. He's a lot of fun. He's just a powerhouse. He can take some hits. So that's what we'll do. And then probably when I do get some extra, once I get 2 more hidden blades, then I will ascend my Lance. I'll definitely ascend my Lance when I get it because he is good. His defense sucks though. He does have low HP for his low defense. I wish that with how low his defense and HP was, that he was a fast mana regen, but there's nothing that we can do about that. So that's that. Eventually I will get another Bull Tusk or 2 leveled up because I do like Bull Tusks. He's great for Alliance Wars. I'm excited for Hu Tao because I don't have a Hu Tao yet, and I'm excited to see how he fits in on my lineup for certain fights. And my next blue is definitely going to be Grim. I chose to level up my Curl before Grim because Curl is just awesome. I absolutely love Curl. And so my next blue will definitely be Grim. Deals 295 damage to the target, minor damage to enemies. He's a Tibertus, but I believe he has a lot more HP and higher attack if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on that. I'm not even going to check. You guys can check it out and let me know in the comment section below if you want to. And then I'm slowly working on Malia, and all I'm doing is At first, with her, I was just leveling my yellows into her, my 1-star yellows, but she started moving up too quick, and she wasn't getting her special up. So this is what I've been doing, just putting in off-color 1-stars, and I've gotten at least two of her specials leveled up since I've been doing that. I got all the way up to 3rd Ascension with only 2 special skill level ups, so that was rather disappointing with Malia, but she's a great season too. I do have Squire Rabbit. There's another special rare. I might keep this Rigard. Eventually we'll get Sabina up. She is a decent healer. She's kind of more along the lines of Melindor. Melindor can die kind of easily, and so can Sabina. Rigard is a lot harder to kill. So, and then for, let's see, my other rares, I never leveled up a Friar Tuck. He's kind of fun. I don't know if I will, because I do have him leveled up on my free-to-play. And then Gato, I actually kept 2 of these, because having one of these guys on each of the flanks, he's a hard hitter and immune to new status ailments. You can have your full team immune to status ailments for 3 turns, and in a special quest that can really help out your scores a lot, and in raids it can really help you out a lot on offense. So I am going to have 2 of him so I can test him out on rare teams for offense and raids and quests and stuff like that eventually. But I mean, you know, all these things take time. I still never leveled up a Tyrum. I didn't get a Tyrum, my first Tyrum, for a long time, believe it or not, which is kind of funny. So, and eventually I do want to level up my more Balthazars, because I really like Balthazar. He's a hard hitter. He doesn't have like the best stats. If you're to put him like, let's see, a Renfeld 700. So he's got stronger defense, but his let's see, 488, 483. His attack is a little bit lower. Cochin has that higher defense, a little bit lower HP. Season 2 hero right there. I have Minasus, deals 310 damage to the target, dispels buffs from all enemies, and fast mana regen. Heck yeah, I definitely leveled him up right away. Him with a Bearden and a Belith, a Belith and a Brienne, makes for a pretty good rounds in special quests. I'm pretty excited to use him eventually. So, I mean, that's about it. My highest Titan damage is now 93,000, so that's pretty good. That was against a green Titan. I don't remember what star it was, maybe a 5 or 6, maybe a 4, I don't remember, but they all take the same amount of damage. They just dish out different damage and have different HPs, so either way, that's that. Again, I still have a lot of storage, so I'm not worried about that. 195 days of trainings going. And I have this going up to level 20 now, 3 more days, and then I can start really spamming those. And in here, I have 357 heroes stored. So I have quite a bit of hero storage, and I'll continue to build that up for my next legendary. And once I go through all that storage, I'm trying to clear this thing out, actually, but I want to send all these heroes before I finish clearing this out. I want this clock on this to time out, because I do want to take this up to level 20. And then once I get a June once I have all 4 training camps going at level 20, and once I get a June, a Liana, and a Mariana, then I'll slow it down to probably 1 or 2 TC20s, and then I will go for, as you guys saw in my last video, I have a grip ton of backpacks, so I'll switch a lot of my TC20 trainings and put them into backpacks, swords, rugged clothes, whatever, just to level up all my heroes. And then once I have a lot of my hero roster leveled up how I want them, then I'll go back and try to finish getting season 1 legendaries. Domitia is probably the next purple that I want to get. And so, but yeah, alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm pretty excited to start leveling up some of these heroes that I've been sitting on for a while at level 60. And I'm excited, I'm not too far away from getting some of my other heroes ascended that I want to. So, alright guys, until next time, I'm out.